Woo! Welcome back.
Good, thank you. Daddy point of view.
Say cheese. Cheese. Who does Harris look most like? I feel like it's a clear winner. I mean, it's because he doesn't really have much hair. He kind of looks like you, just as standard twins.
Is it the same how he's no got teeth?
We've both got noses. So today we're going to talk about things that I'm doing as a first-time mum that I think are a little bit different. I had a baby almost 4 months ago. My first baby, and maybe it's the naivety, but there are 3 things I'm doing that are probably making my life a little bit harder. Now, disclaimer, I don't need you writing in the comments your opinions and what you're doing. Like, we don't need any mum shaming going on here. But if you have any questions about what I'm doing, then feel free to write down below. Number 1, I'm using reusable nappies for my baby, and I want to use them for all the babies that I have. There are a few reasons for this. Number 1, they're better for the environment. You're not using disposable plastics. I'm also not adding to the demand on plastics. Although they can be quite expensive up front, it means that I don't have to ever really buy nappies ever again. I do use disposables every now and then if I'm going away traveling or something like that, but I mean, I nearly always use reusables. Another reason is that I don't ever really get leaks, especially in these ones. These ones are the Pop In by Close Parent. I don't know if they're actually still trading. There are loads of different brands out there like Bambio Mio and Alva Baby and loads of different ones, but these ones are by far the best ones that I have used. With these ones you have 2 different types. You've got a Velcro and you've got a Pop In. These ones are much more durable because Velcro can get like wee bits stuck here, but the Velcro is much easier and it contours to your baby a lot easier than the pop-ins. They also come in loads of different cute designs and I like that. Each one of these nappies is about £20 and I think that goes for quite a lot of reusable nappies. However, there's a massive second-hand market. Probably bought half and half new and half second-hand. And there are loads of people that resell them in really good condition because they just didn't use them. So I would recommend looking online for second-hand if you're wanting to do it. They also don't have like plastics in, like the shell is plastic, but the insides, these ones are bamboo, but you can get cotton, and they're so much better for their skin. My baby Harris doesn't ever really get nappy rash. She looked up a study, I can't remember what the study's called, I'll link it down in the bio, but there was a study done in France on different disposable nappies and they found loads of different chemicals in them. Disposable nappies don't actually have to list the chemicals that they use. I am pretty convinced there's a lot of stuff in them that isn't actually very good for baby's skin. Just don't want plastic that could seep in through his skin on such a sensitive area, so that is also another massive reason. You can also layer them with different liners to get different amounts of absorption. So with this one I've just got a liner and the booster, but you can add in extra ones on top. I'm also reusing wipes. I've got the colourful microfiber ones here. I use these for his hands and his face, and these ones I use for his blows. I put these in a glass dish with sterile water. That's all I do. You can add oils or a bit of soap or something, but I honestly don't really find that I need to. Something that actually made me think about this is that the leading brand of wipes that everyone uses is the water wipes, and the whole idea is that they like don't have plastic in and it's pretty much just water. And then I thought, why don't I just use actual wipes and just use water? Hi Harris. Here you come. Say hi Harris. Oh, number 2, something else that I'm doing is I use slings and carriers a lot. This baby, he likes to be worn. He likes cuddles with his mum. Chuck me a sling, Luke.
Sling, sling, sling.
I've got so many slings. Harris, take your pick. Which is your favourite? Well, the black one. He reliably sleeps in a sling. Not so reliably in his cot. I've got 3 different slings. I would mega recommend getting a fabric one like this. Almost like swaddles them up so they're like so enveloped and so close to you and they just fall asleep like that. Also means that I can get stuff done. I do want to get him into his cot, that is part of my plan, but for now he's like quite young and he hasn't really developed self-soothing mechanisms yet. I like having him in the sling. I've got the baby Bjorn. He's retail for like over £100 and I got this for £15 on Vinted. Everything I get is from Vinted. I've also got an Ergo Baby 360 Omni. Again, Vinted, £15. These are like £160 new, something crazy. With the Bjorn, you can wear facing out and in. And this one is out, in, on the hip and on the back. So when he's a bit older, I will be wearing him like a little backpack. Slings are really good because when you have the baby, they have what's called the 4th trimester. So the first 8 weeks of life, when they're still classed as a newborn, is the 4th trimester, is when they still really want to be close to mum. They want to hear your heartbeat and feel your warmth, and they just fall asleep. So it's a really, really good idea to get a sling, particularly for after birth. And my last thing, what's my last thing? The last thing that I'm wanting to do with Harris is that I don't give him screen time. I say that, he has watched an episode of Doctor Who and he does like to watch Traitors on BBC. I have seen a lot of people talk about like the dancing fruit on YouTube and all these shows that babies watch. I'm not convinced personally. People have their opinions, but I just find that even if we're watching TV and he starts watching it with us, if he's really upset and he sees the TV on, he'll be like fussing and upset, and then all of a sudden he'll be like this. I just feel like it like pacifies him, and then the moment that the TV goes off or I move him away, he can get quite upset. That's what people often say about iPad children and babies as well, is that people will give them like iPads and stuff and it like soothes them, calms them down, but the moment that you take it away, they can get quite like, it's quite hard to do damage control with these sorts of things. Everyone has their opinions, make of it what you will. I think also coming from like an educational background, I want to try and avoid screens as much as possible, because he is gonna live in a whole world where he's gonna spend his whole life on screens. So I want to try and get away when he's so young to just try and do things like sensory and fun and educational that like is away from screens, because he's gonna get it later in life anyway. So those are 3 things I'm doing as a new mum that I think are a little bit different. There are also a few other things that I'm doing that I think are maybe a little bit different as well. If you'd like to know, put that in the comments and we can have a discussion. What do you guys think about screen time? Are you pro? Are you against? I don't know, but it's not something that I'm gonna actively give him, at least. If you have any comments about something like reusable nappies or slings, please do put it down in the comments below. It really helps my channel. Please do like and subscribe. 80% of people that watch my videos aren't subscribed, and as a really small channel, it would really, really help if you could press that subscribe button and come back next time. That's all for now. I will see you in the next one.